have proven yourself worthy. Take these and access your full potential. It's time to show them we are more than meets the eye.
We can transform now!
On three. One. It's working! Where's my head? How do we use these things? Oh, look at the wheels! I need wheels!
Oh boy, that is a look at the new Transformers 1 movie that's about to hit theaters, and this got us thinking about the nostalgia behind the robots in disguise. So we called our next guests, Tony and Dee Dee from 5280s. Welcome to the both of you to the Cocoa Kitchen.
Thank you.
Transformers truly was a big part of when we were growing up, and today you brought quite the display. Tony, I'll start with you. How many decades of Transformers do you have here?
You know, it's interesting. Transformers has been around for 40 years now, but we only bought the 1980s. We bought the OG, the original decade from 1984. So all of these are going to be vintage from that time.
Oh my gosh, how did you come across? Is this like something you've kind of been collecting, or?
No, yeah, this stuff is available at our shop. So yeah, G1 Transformers move very quickly, but yeah, we do have Transformers at our store. So yeah, this stuff is from our shop. So.
My brother had the lunchbox. Remember
Nice.
the
Yeah.
typical classic lunchbox with the
Thermos,
the
yeah.
thermos to keep the soup hot? Oh, I remember those. Dee Dee, share a little bit of history behind these classic toys.
Yeah, so they actually originated in Japan as they were called Diaclones, and then in 1984 Hasbro joined with Takara and brought them into the United States.
And they were huge.
They were huge, yes.
Yes.
They had 28 figures, I think, that they premiered with, and then of course including Megatron, who is the leader of the Decepticons, and Optimus Prime right here, who is the leader of the good guys, the Autobots.
Yes.
And of course, that's what this movie is about, their origin story. So.
They're going back to that origin story.
Yes.
Tony, these toys really bring up a lot of memories for people. Why do you think that is?
You know, it's got to be the nostalgia factor. I mean, people come into our shop and they see these things and these things here, and it just blows people away. Nostalgia, what we found over the last 12 years, is nostalgia is a very powerful thing, and everyone can relate to that. So that's probably the coolest aspect of what we do. So.
Oh, it really does bring back so many memories. Now, what is your favorite Transformer on the table? I'm going to ask the both of you.
All right.
My favorite would be Blaster. He's actually a boombox, so I mean that's the coolest thing in the world. Just
That
a
is
boombox.
cool.
But even one step further than that is in his chest. You put these tiny little cassettes that transform into robots and animals. So Blaster is super cool. He's my favorite. He's a boombox. It's as cool as it
Does it
gets.
come with the cassettes?
Yeah, originally it would. Now you can buy those separately because they still make that particular figure, but now you can buy those separately, yeah. So tiny little cassettes that turn into panthers and eagles and robots and things. So yeah, super cool. Yeah.
What about you, Dee Dee? What's your favorite?
I'm going to say my favorite one is the Stegosaurus. He's Snarl, and I mean, what's cooler than that? A robot that transforms into a dinosaur. So
they were pretty cool back in the 80s, right? Well, tell us more about the shop, because aside from Transformers, which is already super cool, there's a lot of toys I recognize on that side, beginning with like the New Kids on the Block doll. I had a Cabbage Patch back in the day, and I do believe I remember this little boombox. Does that play cassettes?
It does.
I remember buying a Debbie Gibson cassette. That was my very first cassette. What else can we find?
You know, 5280s, we are a totally awesome shop. So we're decades of fun under one roof. with, of course, a focus on the 80s.
Oh my gosh, I have to come check it out. Just the other day, I was talking about the Garbage Pail Kids and the little cards that would come with the gum. I see those. You have those. Those are so weird, by the way.
They are.
But I can see how people would love those.
Yeah.
Well, this is super, super cool. I'm so happy you guys brought this in. And I would imagine anybody that walks in the shop gets happy just seeing this stuff again.
Yes, it is. That's one of the great things about what we do. So
I absolutely love it. Okay, everyone, here's the deal. If you want to visit, you can take a walk down memory lane and check out 5280s. Learn more at the80seareawesome.com.